Hi, welcome to my little presentation here today. I want to talk about my work in progress that I'm making with the Cooperative Care Trainer Certificate. So I've been working on this and thinking about it for a while now. I'm Deb Jones, and today is October 12th, 2024. I'm just putting all this down here so that I remember it when I come back later. Let me tell you a little bit about what I've been doing and what I plan to do. So, simple outline of why I'm doing it, what it is, how it's going to happen, and then when and where. So, very, very straightforward, I hope. So, why am I doing this? What's the purpose of creating this cooperative care trainer certificate? I think of two things that are important for me to put in the resources and the time and the effort to do this. Does it bring value to the field? Does it add something different or better than has been there before? And does it bring benefit to the trainers who would go through this program? And following that, then it would also end up bringing benefit to their students. So I had to think through those two things, and here are some of my thoughts on this. So, what is the value added to the field here? I've got a very strong scientific foundation to all the training I do, trained as a scientist. I have everything that organized, my teaching organized in a systematic way. I can see the big picture of what the goals are. And I'm really good at breaking it down into those small pieces. And I know that people struggle at different parts of that. But I am luckily have been able to think both large and small for a long time. I would like this information about cooperative care to be readily available to more and more people and trainers. I think we need more good trainers out there for sure. And I would like the dog friendly methods that we use and encourage in this kind of work to become much more common through all training, not just cooperative care. Okay, so I think it adds some value there. What does it benefit to the trainer who would go through this process? I think, again, I have a very comprehensive approach. I'm not missing anything. I'm not missing out steps in the foundation work. I've thought it through in great detail, and I present it step by step in small bits. So, again, there's that big and that small thing with learning that I think I'm pretty good at by now, having been a college professor for 20 some years. What I will show you and what I will talk about and teach are effective training methods and techniques that have worked for me, have worked for my dogs, have worked for my students, have worked for other trainers and their students. So these are tried and true methods. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can learn from what others have done that works well. Okay? And as a benefit to you, it demonstrates your knowledge and skills. You have an outside person or entity saying, yes, you've done this work, you understand this stuff, you've earned this certificate. And I think that's valuable to have that. So, what is this program? It's going to contain three basic parts. There will be educational materials. Okay? There will be the necessity of some real life application to show that you can actually train a dog with cooperative care techniques. And as I said, an external validation for your knowledge and skills. You can show what you know and what you can do, demonstrate that. So I've developed what I'm calling CARE learning modules. And if you go through this program and get the certificate, you have the title for CARE Trainer Certificate. And CARE stands for cooperation, attitude, relationship. And I couldn't decide between experience and education because I think they're both important here. So for now, I'm leaving them both in. I may change that at some point. But a lot of that I think is necessary, so I may leave both. So the idea that we're working to get our dogs to cooperate, we're not using pressure and force unless that's absolutely necessary. We are guarding their attitude and their emotional states as much as we are caring for their physical states. that the relationship between the human and the dog, especially the development of trust, is the most important thing, and that we're continually learning and trying to do better as we move along in our training. So those are going to be the care learning modules that I'm developing. How does this all going to look and work? The format and structure of the certificate program. So there will be online knowledge and assessments. Okay, there will be an online classroom where you will learn. There'll also be a requirement for hands-on application to show that you can actually do it. And in addition, there will be an ongoing community support. So a place where you can go to get ideas and feedback and help when you feel like you need it. What will this look like and how will it be accessed and used? So there will be a dedicated certificate platform, a classroom type setting, and that will have online learning modules. Right now, I have 20 that I'm planning that may or may not stay that way. I should say all of this can change. Right, nothing written in stone yet, but I'm working through this and trying to narrow down exactly how I want to do things. But there's 20. There's because kind of five that are basic foundations, then there are 10 that are specific, one specific to each procedure. And then the five at the end where we're talking about generalizing and troubleshooting and working with other people like groomers and vets. So I think that that's pretty comprehensive. The online learning will consist of written materials, video demonstrations, video lectures like this one. And at the end of each module is a quiz that you need to pass in order to move on to the next module. Okay. So that shows as you go along that you are learning and understanding the material. Okay. Also, I always provide checklists because I love checklists. Who doesn't like a good checklist? Makes us feel like we're organized. So that's the knowledge part of it. Okay. Then the application. You will need to earn a team cooperative care certificate at up to level 4 to demonstrate hands-on competency. And that is already existing. Okay. I'll give you the website so you can take a look at that, and you can earn that anytime. But it's something you need to do to show that you can indeed train a dog to this level. Um, and then you can do this with other people as well. And as I said, I'm still looking at how we're going to provide ongoing community education and support, but I intend to do that. When is all this going to happen? My goal is spring of 2025. That's what I'm talking about and planning with all of the work on the backside of this that needs to be done to set everything up and have it ready. So it'll be some consistent work. Hopefully we'll hit somewhere around that target area. But I'm just giving you a very early heads up on it now. Where, because this is virtual, it's everywhere. Okay. The learning modules and quizzes will all be online. They are self-paced, and you can have individual access to them 24/7. You can work through that, take as much time or as little as you need, or go as fast as you want, as long as you're passing the quizzes as you go along. You can do it however you want to. You can also earn the FDSA Team Cooperative Care title or certificates. So it's cooperativecarecertificate.com to take a look at that program and what's the requirements are there. It's broken down into 4 levels, and each level is made up of 10 specific exercises. And so they increase in difficulty as you move along. Broken down into small pieces. So it's a very doable program. And if you move as you move through the levels, by the time you're done, you'll be amazed at how much your dog is now capable of doing. You and your dog are capable of doing. So that's my plan. That's all I've got for now. Well, actually, I've got a lot, but it's still all running around in my brain. So keep an eye out on my Facebook group, Cooperative Care with Deb Jones, for further information. Everybody is welcome there. Subscribe to my blog for more announcements. My website is canineinfocus.com. If you do that /blog, you can subscribe, and then you'll get my blog posts that come out once every 1 or 2 weeks. Okay. So thank you for listening to me. I'm really looking forward to getting moving on this. Now that I've talked about it publicly, I have to actually do it. So it's motivating to me as well. Thanks a lot. Bye.